Hey Bible lovers, I'm Tim Nichols, and I'm here to bring you your Nichols Worth. And today from Spiral Bible, we have what I think is one of the most innovative and neat concepts when it comes to a Bible. This reminds me of a school notebook that students will get at the beginning of the year. And check it out. It comes in 5 volumes. It starts off with the law, the prophets, the poetry, the history, and then of course the New Testament. So we're just going to go ahead and look at the New Testament because these are all going to be pretty much the same from a layout standpoint, but you see it lays perfectly flat. Check that out. So this is one huge advantage of this spiral system. Now these are a little bit thick, so every now and then if you're not careful the pages can tend to get hung, but right now I'm not having that trouble at all. You can see like right there. So one thing I would suggest is maybe finding a little bit more of a narrow spiral spine. But let's take a look at the layout. First of all, let's go all the way to the beginning. I want to show you some features in this thing. First of all, you can fill it out with your name. You can also fill out your information on the front to identify it, but that's kind of cool that it looks like a school notebook. Also, this is the New Living Translation, so this is a brand new release from them. It is also available in the ASV, in the KJV, in the WEB, and the Reina Valera, and then there's a Bible in Basic English for children, so I think that's pretty cool. But in the beginning, it gives you a little title page and some information, and then it lets you know how to use this Bible and taking notes and how to write in your Bible. And then it has a big long note page, but here's something really cool as well, is it gives you a reading format to where you can get through the entire Bible in the year. Each volume has this in it so you can know how to complete your Bible in a year. Then it has one big blank note page, and then let's get into the Bible layout and check this thing out. We're in Matthew chapter 1. This is a 10-point font. This is very thick paper, so you don't have to worry about it bleeding through or anything like that. And then it has 3-inch lined margins on each side. Now let me show you why the way they laid this out is very important. I am left-handed, all right, and the way Crossway does their New Testament set. Now they have a new release coming out. I don't know exactly how they're going to lay it out, but with this one, they elected to go with interleaved. Now interleaved books are fine, but when you're left-handed like myself and you write this direction, see how my hand is going to be in that spiral spine there, and it's going to make it difficult for me to write. So this set is going to be difficult for left-handed people. Now when you're right-handed, you're going against it, so it doesn't matter. But when you're left-handed, you're having to go over it. This is not a left-handed friendly layout here. This absolutely is, because you're starting here with your left hand, writing, then you start over here with your left hand, writing. Keeps you fully away from that spiral binding there. So really, really cool. And of course, this is the entire New Testament, and every page is going to have that big chapter number. And one thing that's a little interesting they did is they put brackets on the verse numbers. Not exactly sure why they did that. Maybe it's just a way to kind of identify it, but I would prefer that they just go ahead and make them bold. But this is a verse-by-verse layout, so it's really easy to have a line for each verse to write your notes down and all the way through. And check out how easy this thing, now see, that's what I'm talking about. It gets hung up just a little bit sometimes, so you need to be careful so that you don't tear your page. And again, I would suggest they use them just a little bit more narrow, maybe even use metal, because that glides with the paper a lot easier. And see how it's getting hung up. It's not a big deal as long as you don't go jerking on it, but this is something that you definitely want to pay attention to. So when you get to the end of each one, it ends with a few note pages and the end of the book. So we'll go ahead and show you one more. We'll go ahead and show you the books of the law. Of course, has the same introductory material, has the same reading plan, has the same notes, and then you have Genesis laid out single column, verse by verse. Really nice. I personally think this is among the most innovative concepts in Bible printing today. Because another thing you want to check out is if you just want to use it like this. And then you can hold it just like a notepad. You've got your notes down. So if you're teaching out of the book of Leviticus, or if you're teaching out of a specific book in the Bible, you can have your notes right here all handy. If you're following along in a sermon series where they're preaching out of a certain book, you have your note pages here. This is just really an innovative and neat concept. Another thing I want to show you is the back. It has that thick cardboard like you see in a lot of your school notebooks. So really cool. So Spiral Bible, I think this is innovative and a great design. And I think this is something that's going to take off. And don't forget, this is available in multiple translations. Right now, brand new in the NLT, but it's also in the ASV, the WEB, the Reina Valera, and the King James, and also the Bible in Basic English for children. I think they may only have that one out in Genesis. I didn't see any of the others on their website, but I'll update you as I get more information on these. But these are pretty neat. God bless you. Keep calm. Jesus on. This is your Nicholsworth.